Huge win for the New York Liberty in Game 2 of the WNBA Finals, 80-66 over the Minnesota Lynx. I'm Dexter Henry, joining from the Barclays Center with my guy Myles Ehrlich, the Liberty beat reporter for Windside. And Myles, I know you're feeling good. The Liberty are feeling good after this one. They made adjustments after what we saw in Game 1, which some would call a meltdown. What adjustments did you see them making here in Game 2?
So the first thing that I wanted to call out was Sabrina Ionescu and her play. She had 15 points, which is only third on the team. But in Game 1, she shot 26 times. She was 8 for 26. Today, she came out firing. She made 5 shots in the first quarter, but only took 2 shots after that. Why was that so important? It was important because we saw the looks change up. We saw the aggressiveness change up. And while she let Minnesota dictate how she played in Game 1, here she was poised all the way through. She made some big shots down the stretch, and she was a team-high plus 20 in terms of just playmaking. Defensively was maybe the best I've ever seen her. It was a complete effort from Sabrina, and that's without forcing the ball at the basket, which is huge.
It shows you there's so many different ways you can impact a basketball game, and Sabrina did that in this one too. But a huge game in this one, a huge offensive outburst for Benijah Laney Hamilton, 4 of 6 from downtown in this contest. It feels like all playoff long we've been waiting for B to show up offensively. We know what she can do defensively. How big was her performance today?
It was huge. This maybe is the biggest performance in her Liberty career, going back to her first year here where she had a 30-piece in the playoffs. But the narrative coming into today, we know that B is not 100% right. She had a midseason knee surgery, and she's battled back, she's worked back, and she's talked about it a lot, how she doesn't feel great, and now the talk has extended past her. Sandy Brondello said before the game, she's giving us everything that she has. So for B to come out here, scored 20 points, which ties her season high, knocked down 4 threes, including a huge one in the fourth quarter, right next to where we're standing.
Yep.
That was everything the Liberty needed, and that's how they pulled this game out.
That was a huge part of the Liberty getting this win. Also, a lot of the narrative after Game 1 was around Breanna Stewart. How would she bounce back? Well, Myles, she bounced back big time today, and a lot of people will look at the team high in points, but for you, I know you're more impressed with what she did on the defensive end in this ballgame.
7 steals. 7 steals for Breanna Stewart, and something this Minnesota Lynx defense does so well is in the half court, they will just have such great aggressiveness, such great rotations, great switching. So you need to find those open court opportunities. And Breanna Stewart a couple of times was able to help second-level defenders because she just put her 7'1" wingspan up there in the passing lanes, grabbed a couple balls out of the air, and just got the Liberty running the other way, setting up buckets. Stewie was just phenomenal. And coming off of the other day where she misses the free throw at the end of regulation, she misses the layup to tie in overtime. You know that she wanted to have these moments, and she came through.
She came through. Those 7 steals are a WNBA Finals record, so big-time performance on the defensive end by Stewie. But when we go back to Game 1, a lot of the talk was, all right, they didn't close that game well. Well, this game got tight here again. The Lynx cut it to 2, and then the Liberty responded. How were they able to close this game out so effectively, Myles?
Defense. It all was on that defensive end. The Lynx hit a bucket to bring it to 2 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left, and then from that point on, the Liberty closed the game on a 12-0 run. That's huge. That is phenomenal for the team, but it starts on the defensive end, and you think about the 2 major shots they hit. Benijah pushing the lead to 5 in the corner, and then Leonie Phoebish opening the lead up to 9 with her only made shot of the game, but getting a deflection and then having all the time in the world to line up a 3. That was everything that they needed, and it started with the defense, turned into easy offense.
Okay, so they close with defense, Myles, and now the series shifts to Minneapolis for Games 3 and 4. There will not be a sweep. What do they have to do to at least get a split in Minneapolis and bring it back here for a Game 5, or even better, win 2 games in Minneapolis and end the series? What do Liberty have to continue to do out in Minnesota?
I think they need to continue to set the tone early. This is 2 first quarters where they've had a double-digit lead at the end of the first, because both times we've seen Minnesota's not going away. The Lynx are just a feisty team that will keep fighting and fighting. So you got to put that pressure on early so that you can sustain that lead even when they make their runs.
Yeah, gonna need to see that in Games 3 and 4 out in Minneapolis. Myles, he will be out there for some coverage on the rest of this WNBA Finals. That is it from here at the Barclays Center. 80-66 was the victory for the Liberty over the Lynx in Game 2. He's Myles Ehrlich. I'm Dexter Henry, and we are signing off.